the kitty. Well, I had somebody ask me in one of my videos about board games. Can't remember exactly what our question was, but a little bit of tutorial about what I do with board games. I will say 8 out of 10 board games I'll end up putting on Amazon FBA, because I do sell for a higher amount there, and you can sell them used. But sometimes you get them kind of, even in this kind of condition, you can still sell them used. This one I probably wouldn't. But what I wanted to show you real quick here was, especially these older games that we remember from our childhood. Those of us that remember these type of games are old enough. There's several different versions. This one's a 1991 version, and this one 40th anniversary. Let me see if I can find the date. It's right on the bottom. This one's a 1999 version, and so it's not that much newer. But I had another one that I actually parted out through with a box. It was a 2007 version. So, problem with Amazon FBA is most of the time you're going to see all of these games, all these different versions lumped in one UPC code or one listing on Amazon. When I scanned this one in, it showed the 2007 version, or even a newer version. So, and usually that doesn't make too much of a difference because they're all going to sell about the same price. These ones sell $18 new and, you know, around $10 to $15 used. Problem you're going to find is the older ones that are, quote, air quotes there, vintage. This one is vintage, and it actually can sell for more. So do your research. This one I'm actually going to try selling on eBay, because I've seen a couple used listings for this 1991 version for over $20. So I'm going to try it, even with this rip in the corner. I read all the listings, and some of them had rips in corner. One even had 3 corners ripped and taped up, and it still sold for over 20 bucks. Of course, you want to make sure it's complete, and it's nicer if you have the original instructions. What I do with my games is I usually will bag and seal the pieces, so when the person gets it, it's as new looking as possible. So they're more, even on especially on Amazon, because they're more apt to leave you a good review if they get the pieces all nice, cleaned up, and sealed. I'm not going to seal the money on this one, but sometimes I do. Make sure the hairs are out of them. So I'm going to try it for 30 days and see if I can sell this one as a complete unit. Now, the newer one I'm not going to. I'm probably going to part that out. Same thing I'll do is, like this life game, I will part out these things. I guess they're called life cards. You know, $3 or $4 for that. Money, $3 or $4 for that. $3 or $4 for that. Probably about, yeah, $3 or $4 for that. I even sell the buildings separately. $3 or $4 for that. The spinner pops out. $3 or $4 for that. Actually, the spinner you might be able to get $5 for. So I break it down as much as I can to part out. And I haven't really sold them yet, but I have a stack up here of instructions and even boards. I'm going to start listing boards. You know, all those boards they sell as well. Crafters buy them. Scrabble Games. I have a Scrabble game down here. Scrabble Games, same thing. This is kind of beat up. I probably wouldn't be able to get much for it used like that. This board, Crafter may still want to buy it, but it's a little beat up. But there's 100 tiles in a Scrabble game, so I might bundle 2 of them together and sell 200 tiles for $10 or so. Sell a set of racks. That's more for crafters. If you're going to bundle up in 200 tiles, if you want to just help a person out, you might well sell it as the 100, or you might want to break it down as numbers if you want to. Or not numbers, but, you know, set of A's. I even saw one guy, he sells them by the tile for $1.95 a tile. And I think he actually charged shipping. Up here is where I have my game pieces. I'll show you some more. Othello game. Where's Othello? This one I haven't counted yet. There's 64 tiles, 64 discs in an Othello game, but I had one come up short, so I bundled them in groups of 10, and I think I'm selling them for $5 or $6. There's a timer for Cranium. There's houses and hotels for a Disney Monopoly, Monopoly cards, Monopoly money, electronic banking. Those are good. I think I have that with the cards going up for $10. Cranium pieces with dice. There's a Cranium Kato dice. So yeah, they're not big money makers in the parts, you know, anywhere from $3 to $10. Some can even go more. I just sold a set of Monopoly pewter pieces for a Star Wars game. Excuse me. For I want to say $14. So I have all my game pieces in there. So there's more Life Mountains there. I think I've already sold the spinner to that Life game. So you can see my games down here. Battleship. If I don't want to sell the whole Battleship game, which sometimes I don't, because the box might be beat up, I've sold the pegs and I've sold the ships. Cats I don't sell. There's a couple games I picked up from the Swami today. A Clue game there with all the pieces were still factory sealed. So I haven't decided if that one's going to go whole or if I'm going to part that out yet. This password goes $30 whole, so if it has a lot of pieces, I'll be selling that whole. So that's it for my little thing on board games. I buy them all the time, especially if I can buy them for $1 or less. And I don't mind selling out the parts for a few bucks. It's easy to ship out. It's usually no more than $2 shipping for the parts. People need parts to fix their games, or other reseller needs parts to complete their games. So, I mean, I won't go crazy listing hundreds of game parts every night, but a couple game parts a night, it's easy to list, especially if you do get, like if you're partnering in a Life game, you can break that up into 10 different parts at least. You create your listing, or you sell similar for somebody else's listing, and you sell similar again, and all you do is change out the photos, change one word of the title from cards to money or whatever, and make sure you get the year, the version of the game you're doing it. Here's another game. No one's parting this out right now. I was missing a couple parts, so I'm going to be parting out my roller coaster, and I hope somebody needs some roller coaster games. I'll have a link at the end of this video to my other video on wrapping up whole games to go to FBA. But that's it. I didn't want this to be so long, so say goodbye to Mango. Bye, Mango. Bye, Mango. And we'll talk to you guys next time. Zinga there. I hope you enjoyed that video about board games and what I do with them. And down below is the video I made a while ago on packaging board games for FBA. If you want to click on it and watch that one. Right over there is the subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed to me yet, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like the video. And over there, some social links for you and my website. So talk to you guys later.